Hey guys, welcome back to Paradise. So it's officially been 3 years now that we have been in our little pop-up truck camper, and I just wanted to give you guys an update on, tell you how it's been holding up to everything that we've kind of been throwing at it. So we have been living in it officially for 3 years now, full time, every single day, out in the boonies. We're boondocking every single day. No campgrounds, no hookups, no nothing. So if you're looking at getting a truck camper, this will kind of give you a heads up and show you how it holds up for you if you're gonna kind of be boondocking a lot, or even if you're going to be camping just a few times a year or being at campgrounds. This will kind of be the worst case scenario because we use it every single day, and we're never really in extreme weather, but we're in some extreme places. We take it to some crazy off-road spots. So but yeah, so first things first, this is going to be more for just on the structure of the camper, because if you've been following us, you know about our story, but if you haven't, we don't really have anything in it. We took out everything that is pretty much electrical. So the fridge is gone, the heater's gone, the stove is gone, like anything like that. The lights are gone. Everything that can use electricity is not in the camper anymore. So this review is not going to be really on how that's been holding up. It's going to be more on the structure of the camper, the pop-up, all that stuff like that. Just pretty much the basics of the camper, and nothing inside or any of the luxuries that comes with it. So that's going to be, just so you know, if you want to know more about that, it's going to be a different video or somebody else's, because we don't use any of that stuff. We're off-grid all the time. So first things first, the camper is a 1995 Shadow Cruiser. There we go, pop-up. It's got the 6-foot bed, but it's got the little hangover, so it's a little over 7 feet there with the little hangover there. So, and it weighs less than 1,000 pounds dry. So with our stuff in it, we're probably, I don't know, around 16, 17, 1,800 pounds. And the truck that we have it on is a Ford F-150. Before, we did have it on a Chevy Silverado, and that seemed to work fine as well. So, but yeah, so far, the biggest thing is actually the truck camper's been holding up fantastic. This thing's been great. For a 1995, when we bought it, it was used. We're not sure how much, but it still looked pretty much brand new. I think it just kind of sat in somebody's driveway for a really long time. They said they only used it a few times, and they bought it off of somebody else, and they said they only used it for a few times. So, but we got it for cheap, and it's been working great. So I'll kind of take you on a trip around the camper and show you some of the things that have been issues with it. But yeah, so far this thing has been a tank. So I'm not sure if the newer ones will be up to this par, like the Palominos or Arctic Foxes or anything like that. But these old ones, this thing is a tank. This thing it's light and it's strong. But it's made of wood, so it's been fantastic. It's gone through all the trees and everything that we've thrown at it, and we haven't had any issues. So let me turn it around here, and we'll go for a walk around the camper. Okay, so you can see here, this is the driver's side here. Nothing too big going on this side. The windows are still in really good shape. They have no scrapes or anything like that. They've been held on well. And as you can see, there's lots of scratches and stuff on the side of the camper because we take it on some crazy roads, and the branches and stuff just scrape the crap out of it. But the windows are still holding on really well. The only thing, let's see, on this side, we did lose a light, which that was actually from the front. We lost that one. We ran it into a tree, and it broke it off, so I just flipped that onto the front one. So we are missing one of those, which that's not really a truck camper thing. That's just us driving into a tree. So we'll work on replacing that. But if you can see up there, this is one of the major things with the truck camper. Let me see if I can get up there higher. Is the screens. If you can see that, they start ripping holes in themselves because the screens are so old. Pretty much it's just because, well, they sit in the sun all day long, and it's, like I said, it's a 1995, so it's definitely older, and it starts to deteriorate. And when you have a truck camper, you have to tuck this in when the top goes down. And when you tuck it in, don't push in on the screen part, because it'll make it rip more. Just push in on the canvas, and you can push it on the middle part just so it goes in. But otherwise you get these big holes like that, which are not fun. So if you could see, I tried sewing it a little bit with some string, and it seemed to hold together for a little bit, but it's really starting to deteriorate more and more. So we're trying to figure out a new way to just put like a whole new piece of screen on there and just cut the old stuff off. So we're gonna work on that on another time. But that's one of the major things that we're having issues with, is the screen. So here in the front, everything still looks good. The canvas, this one doesn't have the window in the front, it just has canvas, and that seems to look pretty good. And it's been in some pretty gusty wind, and it still has been holding really well. The front, this definitely has some dents and stuff because we, like I said, ran it into a few branches and stuff, so it takes some brunt, but there's some nice dents, but that's been holding up really well to all the trees and stuff that we've been holding or have been running into. So if you see, I did have to put some screws up there to hold the screen protector in, or the weather stripping in, but that was actually from our dog. He's been pushing in when he sleeps on the inside, so he's like pushing the wall out. So that's a whole nother story, but that has nothing to do with every truck camper. That's just our thing. Over here we got more holes in the canvas, or in the screens there, so they're definitely falling apart really bad. But otherwise, this all looks good. You can see the scrapes that we run into. Windows still in good shape. Still got the weather stripping and everything that's original, so that's been working great. And the lights all still work. So one of the biggest things that you have with truck campers is that right there. So it's called roof rot. So it's pretty much the wood that's behind there. Water gets into it and it rots. And then this part actually attaches to the bar that goes on the inside, so it holds the roof up, and it'll twist, so that bolt is a lot higher. So if you could see over on this side, that's what it's supposed to look like. And this side rotted, so I've been slowly trying to figure out a way to fix it. It's been holding for like a year like that, but yeah, for a 1995, it's definitely going to have some sort of rot underneath it, but you have to have some bright tools and a good place to work on it, and we don't have really either. So it's been working so far and held, but that's one of the biggest issues you're going to have with the truck camper. Now, the only thing inside that I have to say is zippers. Zippers always suck. So the zippers stopped working on these because they're supposed to go up and around the corner, and they both fell off the track. This one is completely off. So we actually put some snaps on to at least be able to hold the solar shade up, but that is a huge pain. So pretty much in the long run, the worst things about truck camper is pretty much the pop-up part, or the screen. So you got the screen that gets holes in it, and then there you go, and then you get the solar screen that doesn't work when the zipper gives out. So, but for 1995, it's still not that bad for what you're getting out of it. But so if you're looking at a newer one, hopefully they'll be a little better condition and a little better reliability than an older one, but who knows. But this is, again, for a 1995 Shadow Cruiser. There you go. Yeah, still been working great. 3 years, every single day we've been in it. The top's been up every single day. But yeah, that's pretty much a quick overview. If you guys have any other questions about truck campers or living on the road or anything like that, you know, you can just leave us a comment in the section below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, hope you guys found this handy. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.